Hello. I just want to take a few minutes to show you how you can make this really easy handmade ephemera using either die cuts, paper punches, or pattern paper. So here's a few that I made using stamps. Some are just cut with paper punches. These are actually from a paper pad and then paper punches. This is from a magazine and stamped images. So they're really easy to make, hardly any materials, and they add a lot to your book pages. So I'm going to show you a couple ways to do these. Okay, yay. All right, let's move these. These are really fun to make too. Okay, I keep tons of them already made, so when I go to put my journals together, my books together, I just dig through the little plastic cases to find what matches the project that I'm working on. So first, let's try some just using our paper punches. That way, you guys know that you can make them with basically no materials. And everyone's always telling me that they hardly use their paper punches. I use mine pretty often. Easy enough. Okay, let's start with that. A 1/2 inch, a 1 inch, and an oval. I also like to use, this is for putting a hole for price tagging items. So you can see it's a little teeny hole versus the ones that the regular paper punches make. And I love that as well because it's perfect for the bulb pins. Nice little teeny hole. They're really cheap. You can get them on Amazon for like $7. And it doesn't really matter where your holes go. Paper's not cut perfect. That doesn't matter to me either. So I will ink up the edges just a little bit using my Distress. This is walnut stain. I usually ink up the edges on all of these that I make, just to add that little extra dimension there. When you mass produce these things, you can really knock out a whole lot in an hour or so. So you can build your stash really fast. I keep little bits and pieces in here that I can pick through. Some tags, excuse me. Stickers even I'll back with cardstock. Just circle punch pieces. And then I'll also mass produce these when I break out my Fiskars Fuse, because this is a Tim Holtz Bigs die that makes these, and I don't keep that out all the time, so I'll just make it in all sorts of colors and stick them all in here and then pick out the ones that I think I'm going to work with. And I'll show you those as well. So first off, I'll do a little stamping on these because I'm probably not even going to add a focal point to them, so you can see how they are just using basically your paper punches and a little bit of ink. I don't want a perfect impression. I like to have it a little rustic looking. Okay, for this little teeny one, okay, what are we going to use here? I have a button. Sorry for getting my head in there. Oops. Put this one on the back. And that one on the front. So you see how long that takes to make? Literally no time, a minute. And they're done. So let's mix it up a little and do one with some pictures here. I did not pick these out prior to filming today, so we're just gonna play it by ear. And for the front of that, I might just stamp a little image as well. And get up. It's from a magazine. Okay. And I think that I'm going to stamp this one with a number. It's big enough. Perfect. So let's punch a hole in these. I don't even know what's the right way, up or down. I guess if I can't figure it out, it doesn't really matter. Okay, this one already has a hole, so let's pick out a bulb pin. I had already backed that one with a firmer cardstock since it was a book page. So easy. If you're feeling like you just can't get started, inspired, seriously just break out your paper punches, a few stamps, some cardstock, and get started on them. You'll build your stash, you'll have fun, and then, you can get creative as you're building this stash. You'll get inspired to work on other pages as well. So I also like to use scraps. For the scraps, maybe get a little larger paper punch for that lady there. There we go. turn it around so you can get it in frame. That. Let's see, a couple more. All right. And then we'll get a couple of pieces here with a different shape. It's basically layering different shapes and different patterns. And the more you do these, the more you'll figure out what you like, what colors you like together, or it can be, you know, to match the project that you're working on. Ink up the edges. She's adorable. I just love her. In her vintage dress. I am going to stamp these. But you can mix in a tag. You know, the possibilities are just endless when you're working with these. So much fun. I'm going to use the same. Oh, this one says style. Let's use that. She's pretty stylish. Oh yeah, I love that. And I think I'm going to try this button again. I love it. Let's punch our holes. Over just a little. There we go. And a little teeny button one. All right. That one is teeny. It is hard to get that punched. Okay. We'll layer the largest in the back. Like the little style. Oh yes, that's super cute. And since I like the style, I think I'm going to skip the other lady and just put the little button on there. That way you can see everything. You can still see her really well. Yes, I can use her for another project. Okay, so I will keep her. And let's try another one with the scraps. Some more scrap paper. Oh, I like that. I like that. Looks really well together. So maybe we'll use this one. And one of these little teeny ones that are already die cut there. Ink up your edges. Oops. Okay. And got my fingers along with the edges. Story of my life. I think this is technically the front here, so not that it really matters that much. Okay. Let's get some stamps on these, and I think I like just a little writing on there. Yes, perfect. It's so easy, you guys. Literally, there's basically no thinking. It's just coordinating some colors. You will love making these. They're so easy. You're gonna have a stash built like mine in no time. And those are perfect. So we'll just punch our holes and put them together. So this doesn't have to be a really long video because you get what I'm doing here. We're layering with different shapes, pattern paper, plain paper, building the stash. But I'm going to use these in a future video, so I just kind of wanted to show you how I put them together. And also have some where I've used some pre-made tags from Graphic 45. Stamped, different stamps. Sometimes I break out a lot of stamps and just do a large sheet of paper and then cut it out. And that's super fun. Like that one. So the world is your oyster. Limitless possibilities with these things. This one goes. Oh, like that. There we go. I still don't have it right. Okay, there we go. So it doesn't always have to be the smallest in the front. You know, these are going to dangle on your book pages, and you're going to be able to see the layers. So just break out your stuff, your ball pens, some stamps, and have fun. All right, well, I'll see you next time, and that video will show me using some of these in another project. Thanks for joining me. Bye.